Sorry, beta.
It will be at your website, right?
It will be there, and I'll share the link as well. Okay, it will be there. Yes,
Thank you
it
so
will be.
much, sir.
Named as database forms. Now, just like you have online forms, college admission form, or any other form where you fill up information, how does that basically work? That is online. This is not online. Okay, you can make forms in Access. Now, why do we need form? Now, for example, if you want to ask the user to do some data entry, okay, and to the employee ID surname. Now you can't ask the user that go at the very bottom of the table every time and add your details, then save, then add your details. No, that's not the way. It should be user friendly. How do you make it user friendly? You have to make a form for that. Now this table that you see is known as a backend. Okay. Now basically, how do things work? Okay. Basically, they work this way. You have is your front end. Okay. Front end is your basically your form. Okay, then you have is a middleware. Okay, access middleware has access on its own, and then you have is a backend. In backend we have is a table, right? Okay, is Junaid here today? Hmm? Is he here today? No, he's not, obviously
Yes,
not.
sir.
He's here?
He's
Junaid
not here, sir.
is not here. He's not here. And frankly, I'm telling you, it's because of Junaid I have turned on the camera. Uh, Apart from him, I think so. I trust all of you. In this class, I trust all of you. Okay. So there was a report of that the student was playing games during the class. Oh, come on, this is nonsense. It's a trust between a teacher and a student. Obviously, that particular teacher can't see what the student is doing. And frankly, even if I ask all of you to turn on the cameras, will I keep on looking at you guys or will I deliver my lecture? Okay. How is it possible? So I think so. These students should be ashamed of themselves what they're doing. It was very, very sad. If you want to play your games, go and play your games. But why are you doing this during the class? Anyway, you guys are really good. I don't have to ask you to do it. So we have the front end in case of form that we'll be developing today. Middleware will be Access itself. Okay, why am I talking about middleware? Let me just talk about it for your general knowledge. You should know it. When you go to an online website and you fill up a form, you make the form in HTML. In A level, you'll do it. Online, you have languages such as ASP and JSP that act as middleware languages that get the data from the form and throw it in an Access database. You cannot put this form online. This is for desktop-based. Now there are two kinds of applications: desktop-based applications and web-based applications. Desktop-based applications are meant for PCs that do not go online. Web-based applications are those that go online. Okay, I hope you have some idea about it. So anyway, today we'll discuss is the form, that how do we make a form and how do we make the data from the form to be saved in your backend, which is the table, right? So let's start with it. For example, if I have to make a form of this employee ID, well, it's a very simple, very, very simple way. I can simply go to create and I can simply click on form. That's my form made. Now this is not a report, please. If I browse through it, all my records are being showed in case of form, but there should be a facility where I can save the records as well. Let's discuss that. I'll come back to the design view. Okay. Should I repeat the process again or you got it, all of you? What I did?
So could you repeat
Yes,
it
sir.
one
Got
more
it.
time?
I'll repeat one
सर
more.
एक और दफा रिपीट कर दें
This is my table. Okay, मेरा table open है इस वक्त. I go to create. Create में जाके forms में I have the following. I can create the form through the form wizard as well. Blank form से भी form design भी होते हैं. But for us, form is quite enough. I would like to make a form of this table. So I'll simply click on form. So इसी table का now I have is a form. But a form is supposed to have buttons. Previous record, next record, last record, so on, so. It should have a save button, add new record button, delete record button. मतलब एक form होगा ना, एक company का title will be at the top, logo आ जाए. So data entry form we are trying to make. Now in order to edit all this is being recorded as well. What I'll do is I'll just add some extra space so that we can have more space. And I can even reduce this. I don't need a lot of space over here. All right. So the first thing I'll do is I'll add navigation buttons. Now, once I'm in the design view, okay, in the design where you have the controls, we have this, the fourth one, which is the button. We'll use the button today. Okay, button. Now just click, drag, and drop the button over here. Once you do this, this wizard opens up. Okay, it might happen, please listen carefully, this might happen that this wizard probably might not open. क्यों? I'll tell you why. इसको closely देख लो. If this use control wizard, ये अगर activate नहीं हुआ हो, it's okay. If it's not activated, I'll click on the button and I'll make the button now. See, I made the button, but no wizard opened up. Did you note that? No. I'll do it again. Now, in order for the wizard to open, I'll click on this, and I'll click on use control wizard. In case maybe one in 50 student might have faced this problem somewhere, so you should know it. Okay, now I'll do it again. Now, since I have activated the control wizard, I will click. Now look at this, please. We actually have to enable one of the built-in function, which is record operations, record navigation, form operations. We don't have to do all of them, but let's talk about record navigation. I would like to go to the first record, so I'll use this. Go to the first record. Next. What text do you want to be there? I want the following text to be there. You can even change it. Next. And that's the name of the button. Finish. Good. Let me make another one. So you'll get used to it. I'll make all four. So I want another one. Go to the last record. Okay. Then I want is go to the next record. Try to make sure the buttons are quite of the same size. It looks nice. And lastly, go to the previous record. Right? Now, if I preview in the form view, if I go to the form view, I can go to the next record. I can go to the previous record, I can go to the first record, and I can go to the last record. I don't have to use these controls. These controls are of access. My software, just like in case of website में आप ये तो नहीं कह सकते ना, use the back button of the browser to go to the home page. नहीं, यूं तो नहीं हम कहते ना. We don't use the browser facility for a website. Same way when we make a form, our form should have its own facilities to navigate. Are all of you with me?
Yes, sir.
Till this particular part.
Yes, sir.
All of you, boys and girls, all of you, till this particular point, anyone has any question? Till this point, where I made the navigation button. Today, I just made a form, and I just made the navigation buttons. Navigation buttons come at the bottom of the form. Anyone has any confusion? Yes?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Very good, very good. Okay, now I'll add is my command buttons. Command buttons क्या होते हैं? Let's देख लेते हैं. I'll click on the command button, and the first command button that I'll add will be in the record operation. The next one, the record operation. Well, obviously, if I want to add a new record and save it as data entry operator, I first need to add a new record. The first thing, okay, next. Text add record, finish. Okay, if I have added a new record, why didn't it appear? No way, please don't crash. No way. It's okay. It doesn't matter. We'll just take a second. We'll do it again.
It crashed.
It crashed. Access does crash at times. It does, but it's fine. And if it happens in CI, no need to get
So
worried.
what do we do अगर ये हमारे साथ एग्जाम में हो जाता है?
I'll be there. I'll give you extra time. Don't worry. Don't worry. अगर आपका 10 minutes waste हुआ है तो I'll give you 20 minutes. So don't worry. I'll fight for you. हर साल मैं देता हूँ. हर साल प्रॉब्लम किसी को आती है. तो every year I do that. In fact, जो British Council के invigilators होते हैं, they will come and ask me कि सर इसको कितना time दें हम. Okay, so they will always consult me. Don't worry about that. So sorry, I have to make it all over again. I click on form. I'm not. Should I make the navigation? No, I'm not making them again. I'll just add space. Junaid. Seriously. I wish. जल्दी school open तो होने दो तुम लोग यार. Let school open up. I'm waiting for the time.
सर घर बैठे बैठे मजा नहीं आता.
Exactly.
It's not the
Junaid,
environment you want.
exactly. Junaid, you here? Can you hear me?
Sir.
Yeah,
जी.
we're done with the class. You know, we started like an hour ago, and we're almost done with the class.
Yeah?
Yeah, exactly. The class was supposed to be at 9:30.
Sir, 10:15 में नहीं शुरू होनी थी.
Oh, so are you there at 10:15? What time is it right now? It's 10:32.
सर वो ये देखें छोटे भाई ने ना मेरा गूगल अकाउंट साइन आउट कर दिया था, अपना साइन इन किया था. अब बड़ी मुश्किल से मैं किया. अभी भी उसने अपनी तस्वीर लगाई हुई है, तो मैं ये कर रहा था.
अभी आपको छोटा भाई भी है?
जी.
In which class?
सर 3 क्लास.
Oh, long time. तब पता नहीं मैं पैरागॉन में हूँगा भी कि नहीं. Okay, anyway, Allah ज़िंदगी दे ले. Okay, I'll add the command buttons. So, I will click on this. Junaid, I want you to listen each and every word I'm saying, okay?
जी.
Okay.
जी sir.
So I will add is the record operation. I hope nothing goes wrong again. I hope not. I don't know what happened actually. Oh no. This means yeah, something is wrong in my access. No. I'll tell you what to do. Actually, I think so. Most of you do know what I'm discussing. आपको idea हो गया होगा. I'll tell you what to do. You guys can practice. I'm not doing it again because this will not work. There's a problem in my app. I have to reinstall it. What I will be doing will be I'll just demonstrate you. I'll not make one क्योंकि मुझे पता है दोबारा stuck होगा ये. So once I'm here, you know I made the navigation button बन गए. इसके बाद you will make is the record operation. उसमें बेटा आप लोग ये करोगे. You will first add. You'll make is the add record का button, just same way. उसके बाद you will add is the save record का. Please note it down. Save record का button. ठीक है? Add and save. उसके बाद just save your access. And once you run this in the form view, just click on add new. When you will click on add new ना, सारा empty हो जाएगा. Empty होने के बाद कोई भी randomly record add करो and save it. इसको भी save करो, इसको save करो. What will happen is the record जो आपने enter किया होगा वो record आपके end पे would have been added over here. And if you add another record in the form और उसको save करोगे, it will be saved over here. Do you get my point? I would like all of you to try this afterwards. Okay. Since my access is crashing, there's no point of me trying again and again. I have to reinstall it. Then I will do it again with you next time. मगर अभी फायदा नहीं होगा. मगर I think so आपको समझ आ गई. It's not a very complicated process. It's quite an easy process. I think so you got it. हो जाएगा ना? कर लोगे try ना? Okay. You just have to make. हाँ. जो command buttons होते हैं वो right पे आते हैं. जो navigation buttons होते हैं वो bottom पे आते हैं. Just remember that. And obviously, if you want to add is that title, you can change it. If you want to add a logo over here, you can just increase this a bit. Okay.
Sir.
Yes, beta.
Sir, save record का अलग बटन है.
जी बेटा, add new record का तो अलग हो जाएगा ना. उसके जब after adding it ना, आपने इसको save भी तो करना है. After adding save भी तो करना ना. ठीक है ना?
Okay.
Every time you want to add a record, you click on add record. उसके बाद every time obviously you have to save it. आपने 4 5 add कर दिए, then you have to save it, because if you don't save it, these will not be saved over here आपके database में. So basically concept यही है. Concept ये है कि this is your form. Is form में you do the data entry. Once you save the record, it goes at the backend table. That's your table, and this is where everything gets saved. So why do we have to make a form? Obviously, it has to be user friendly. Okay, you can design it any way you want to. You can add your color scheme. You can add your corporate house style. Okay, by the way, you know what corporate house style is? Like Coke have their own corporate house style. They have their own color scheme. Emirates, they have their own font, their own color scheme. उनके letterhead में, उनके websites में, they always follow a particular corporate house style.
So एक्सेस में भी होता है?
हाँ नहीं, एक्सेस में बात नहीं है. जो corporate house style concept है, that is everywhere. मैं आपको भी कहना चाह रहा हूँ कि फॉर एग्जांपल यू आर मेकिंग अ सॉफ्टवेयर फॉर एमिरेट्स, तो आपका जो सॉफ्टवेयर है उनकी, इट विल हैव द सेम थीम, फॉन्ट के कलर्स, हेडिंग्स के कलर, सब हेडिंग के कलर, टेबल्स के कलर, द फॉन्ट टाइप स्टाइल्स, एवरीथिंग हैज टू बी द सेम. जो उनकी वेबसाइट पे होगा वो उनके डेस्कटॉप बेस्ड सॉफ्टवेयर पे होगा. द सेम थीम लेटर हेड पे होंगे, उनके विजिटिंग कार्ड्स पे होंगे, उनकी एडवर्टाइजमेंट पे होंगे. ऐसा तो नहीं ना कि पेप्सी इज यूजिंग ब्लू की थीम, नेक्स्ट टाइम दे आर यूजिंग येलो की थीम ऑल द वे. नो, थीम रिमेन्स द सेम. सो वी कॉल दिस कॉर्पोरेट हाउस स्टाइल. व्हाई एम आई टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस? आई एम टेलिंग यू, आई एम टेल यू व्हाई. हो सकता है आपको सीआई में अगला क्वेश्चन ऐसा है कि शुरू शुरू में कह दें कि द फॉलोइंग कॉर्पोरेट हाउस स्टाइल विल बी यूज्ड फॉर द एंटायर पेपर. मतलब ये है कि वो कहेंगे all the headings that you will add in Access, in MS Word, in PowerPoint, इन सारों में जितनी भी headings होंगी जहां भी, they will be of font type आपको बता देंगे. they will be let's say Arial black, Arial narrow, जो भी कलर क्या होगा उसका कलर भी आपको बता देंगे. The color should be blue, right? Or whatever, जो भी होगा. So that's the concept of corporate house style. I think सबको idea आ गया corporate house style क्या होता है. Okay? Yes or no?
Yes sir.
It's a
Yes, sir.
theme. It's a theme that is followed everywhere. वो theme हर जगह follow होती है. ठीक है? So that you have your own unique presence there in the market. Okay? जिस तरह कोई आपका कार्ड दिखेगा, आपका लेटर देगा, आपको पता लगेगा हो ये तो उस कंपनी का है. So companies want their unique presence. तो उसके लिए उनको अपना एक ब्रांड स्टाइलिंग सेटअप करनी पड़ती है, इसको हम कॉर्पोरेट हाउस स्टाइल कहते हैं. We'll talk about it. It actually did not come in the paper till now, मगर ऐसी चीजें मुझे लगता है आने के चांसेस होते हैं, अगले साल हो जाएंगे हम, तो उसके लिए मैं आपको रेडी करूंगा. You get the point? कि आपको कोई नई चीज ना लगे, आप कंफ्यूज ना हो. You should be relaxed. Okay, oh yeah, we know what corporate house style is, we know what to do and all that. Okay. वैसे we have not done PowerPoint yet, है ना? हमने PowerPoint नहीं किया ना?
से PowerPoint किया है?
हमने कर लिया.
PowerPoint हमने 9th में किया था सर.
के साथ ही किया था.
आपके साथ
मेरे साथ नहीं किया
सर पावरपॉइंट.
नहीं नहीं, अब 9th को छोड़ो, मेरे साथ किया कि नहीं किया?
नहीं किया सर.
नहीं सर.
फिर नहीं किया क्योंकि आई एम रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर एवरीथिंग. चलो इसको हम खत्म करके ना, इसके बाद हम अब पावरपॉइंट भी कर, फिर एमएस वर्ड भी करना है, फिर मेल मर्ज, एंड देन वी स्टार्ट द रिवीजन. रिमेंबर पावरपॉइंट, मेल मर्ज एंड एमएस वर्ड आर वेरी स्मॉल मॉड्यूल्स. I believe कि my tutorial can be finished in a day, मगर इसका मतलब नहीं दिन में खत्म हो जाएगा. उसमें फिर I'll solve paper, you solve paper, यूं होगा, मगर लंबे नहीं है. Easiest modules है Access, वेब ऑथरिंग और एक्सेल. इन तीनों को अच्छा कर लो, बाकी एवरीथिंग इज इजी. मैं आपको बार बार बता रहा हूँ. ओके, बी गुड इन दीज मॉड्यूल्स. ओके, मैं इसलिए एक्सेस को टाइम दे रहा हूँ और दूंगा. ओके, एनीवे आवर डिस्कशन ऑफ द फॉर्म तो ये है, मगर दैट्स नॉट ऑल. प्लीज आगे लेट मी डिस्कस मोर. अच्छा, फॉर एग्जांपल एग्जामिनर कहता है कि अच्छा वेन्यू आईडी में क्या क्या आ रहा है. For example, if the examiner says that your job ID जो है, for example, The job ID that you have should be in a combo box. आपको पता है combo box क्या होता है? Combo box is a drop down menu. अच्छा सुन लो. If you don't get it, I'll repeat again. So what I'll do is I'll come to job ID. Please सुनते रहो, and I will delete this. इसके बाद I will select from here is a combo box. Do you see over here? It's named as a combo box. It's named as a combo box. All of you with me? All of you are with
Yes,
me,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So I click on the
Yes,
combo
sir.
box. मैं उसी
Yes,
जगह
sir.
पे combo box लगाऊंगा. And I want the combo box to get the values from another table. Yes. I want to type the values myself. No. Fine. No. I'll use the first option. मैं कह रहा हूँ मैं दोबारा भी कर दूंगा इसको सिर्फ समझ लो. I want the combo box to get the values from the table. Yes. मैं चाहता हूँ ये जो combo box है ना, this should get the values from this employees table. और उसमें मैंने क्या delete किया था? Job ID. तो वो job ID को उठाए. Next. Okay, employees. Yes, which table do you want? Employees. From this table, which field are you referring to? I'm referring to job ID. Next. Next. Do you want in sending order? Sending में करना है क्या नहीं करना? Leave it. And अब ये फिर नया error दे दे कहीं. I hope not. पता नहीं कि मेरे access को क्या हुआ है. Okay, sorry. इससे पहले जब मैं आया हूँ ना, इसमें basically वो refer कर रहा था कि let's not talk about it. Just leave it. इसको ignore कर दो. अब इसमें Yes, this is important. You want data to be stored where? In job ID. Next, finish. Oh, shukar, error nahi diya. Now I will save it as इसको मैं name भी name कर दूंगा मैं as job ID. Here we go. Let me preview it. अब क्या हो रहा है? You see, I get all the job IDs in a combo box. I can change it. Can you see that? This is a combo box. This is a drop-down menu. You get the point or not? Yes, sir.
We did this once.
I will do it again. What I'll do is, I'll add another one for venue ID. चलो job ID का दोबारा कर देता हूँ. I'll do that again. So if I go back, remember first of all ऐसे नहीं था, बल्कि मैं शुरू से ही करता हूँ दोबारा. This was my table. I went to create. I clicked on form. So शुरू में story यहाँ से start हुई थी, and this was a job ID. I went to design view. I don't want this job ID. I want instead of this text box. By the way, आपको इस बात को तो पता है ना? This is known as text box. These are all text boxes. Okay, text boxes are what? You know what radio buttons are? है ना? Male, female का radio button होता है ना? Go around so you can select.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then you have
Yes,
combo. Then you have combo box. Combo box होता है कि drop down menu होता है. That's combo box.
Yes, sir.
जी
Right.
सर.
So मैं combo box बनाता हूँ आपके लिए. So first of all, what I need to do is I need to delete is the job ID. So मैं design view में आऊँगा and job ID को I'll select and I'll delete because I don't want this now. इसकी जगह I want job ID मगर another one. So मैं job ID को select करूँगा and the first option opens up and asks me what do I have to do. Do you want the combo box to get values from the table? Yes, that's what I want to do. I want this combo box to get values from the table. जो table मैंने use किया था to make the form. Any problem with this part? Step by step मैं आपसे पूछूंगा. You get my point now?
Yes, sir.
क्योंकि मैंने अपना एक ऑब्जेक्ट डिलीट कर दिया है. अब मैं उस ऑब्जेक्ट की सिर्फ टाइप को चेंज कर रहा हूँ, तो मुझे उस ऑब्जेक्ट को दोबारा आई हैव टू रीडिफाइन इट ना, तो मैं उसको रीडिफाइन कर रहा हूँ सब कुछ. ठीक हो गया. नेक्स्ट वो पूछता है कि जो कम बॉक्स आप बना रहे हो इसकी वैल्यू आर कमिंग फ्रॉम विच वन ऑफ द टेबल. उसको तो नहीं पता ना, मैं उसको बताऊंगा वो एम्प्लॉय का टेबल था. ओके फाइन. अच्छा, एम्प्लॉय के टेबल में से which field did you delete or you want it to come? One second, beta. Sundas, was it done? One second, beta. Iza? Iza?
हाँ देखिए मैं
चलो ठीक है मान लो।
डिस्टर्ब हो रहे यार, किसी ग्लास तो तोड़ दिया उसने। Yes, beta. Sorry. So I would do is once I'll select from here. Back पे क्या था? I had the table. I selected the table, and from the table I'll select is the job ID and ascending descending order. Let's do it. Job ID को let's make it. This is ascending. Okay. Do you want it to be descending? Do you want it to be ascending? Okay. So next. Next, no, that's important. Where do you want? Okay, remember for to store the data where. Obviously, which field should it store in? Job ID. You get the point. Where do you want the data to be stored in which field? Obviously, job ID, and then you finish. Now, I just need to line it properly. Make sure it's aligned. Rename it. You can double click and rename it. And here you go. We have this over here. You get the point? We have it here. Right. Ji beta?
yes
So
best
what's the benefit of using this?
Sorry, beta?
What's the benefit of using this comp?
Okay, I'll tell you. Listen, the benefit of this is, although there's a lot of repetition over here, but usually there will not be repetition. There will be unique keys. The benefit is that whenever you make applications for data entry, you should not allow the user to add a lot of records. Okay, people get irritated. They don't want to type in. So we should try to use combo boxes. You might have seen for countries. Now you will not see a website where people are typing the country. You have a drop down from where you can select the country. So wherever you can, you should use drop down menus. You should use radio buttons. You should use checkboxes. You should use list menus. Why? Because those objects which are pre-listed, where you have the information already, the user just have to select and proceed. Because I'm telling you, users don't want to type in. So we have to eliminate. But there are places where you cannot eliminate typing, such as the name, such as the address. Address में भी तो वैसे frankly speaking, आप अगर वो पार्क व्हील्स वगैरह पे जाओगे, उसमें तो अभी लाहौर के अंदर हर सोसाइटी भी आ चुकी है. तो यहाँ तक तो उन्होंने कर लिया. But further you just have to type the house number. Okay, if you visit their website, you select the province के अंदर the city के अंदर you have further options of all the societies in Lahore. You select that. उसके अंदर just need to do is type in your address. फायदा क्या हुआ कि at least we have saved time not typing. So that is the reason. Aisha beta, this is the advantage of using combo box. Did I make the point clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Someone else was asking me any question. Someone else was probably.
So हम combo box to 25 लिखा. Can we change that name?
Oh yeah, we can. We can change this. Just come to the design view, and you can change it whatever you may want to. Whatever. I've just written
Yes, sir.
something nonsense, but that's the point. That's how you do it. You get the point? Okay. अच्छा इसी के साथ
Yes,
साथ इसी के साथ मैं आपको वैसे डेमोन्स्ट्रेट करके बता देता हूँ कि फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ तो नहीं आया क्वेश्चन, मगर अगर हमें मेल फीमेल का एंटर करना होता उसके लिए हाउ डू वी डू दैट, उसको देख लिया मैंने, कुछ ज्यादा इसको छोटा कर दिया. देखो इधर do you see XYZ, do you see XYZ option group इसका नाम है, we call it the option group. Okay, just click on this and,
Yes, sir.
and let me just drag it over here. I'm just demonstrating you this. I'll give you the example. I can have and lots of options, but no, obviously me one of the option, and the next one I can have just the male female, right? Next, default value. No, I don't want default value. Let's say values you can refer to any one and two default रहने दो. And save the I don't have a field. मैं example दे रहा हूँ. मगर अगर मेल फीमेल की को होता टेक्स्ट बॉक्स तो I would have selected that. मगर since मेरे पास नहीं है, मैं आपको सिर्फ example दे रहा हूँ, तो I don't have. You get my point now. Okay. Next and option boxes, check boxes, toggle. मैं option box का मतलब होता है radio buttons. Okay. बाकी the rest of this was their designing, not our part. So this is what I have. I can rename this as at the top is the gender. So I will just type over here is the gender. All right. So here we go. Just a rough designing, but that's the way it will be. That's the male and that's the female. See, I can select one of them. This is how I've made the radio button. You get the point. You can even have, let's say, hobbies. You can probably, if you want to select one of the hobby, or profession, one of the profession. Over there we use this. You got some idea. We will discuss this again. Don't worry. ये radio button को मैं with example discuss करूँगा next class again. Okay, with further things, right? Generally form हमारा last topic था of databases. Okay, क्योंकि we have learned how to import, we have learned how to make a query. Okay, we learned how to make a query की report. Okay, we learned how to make labels. और उसके बाद lastly what we did was today we learned how to make forms. So we done the back end, the middleware and the front end. हमारे सारे काम हो गए हैं, ठीक है? मगर अभी कल की क्लास में we'll have further discussion. उसमें मैंने आपका summary report discuss करनी है आपसे, and I will give you more example of these checkbox and radio buttons. Okay, and some couple of things more, right? उसके बाद 2-3 passwords मैं करूँगा, फिर आप लोग करोगे. Oh, by the way, मैंने आप लोगों का टेस्ट लेना है, मुझे बताओ कब लूँ टेस्ट आपका. Let's decide on that. Access का अभी तो let's practice more. I would like us to practice more. अब देखो कल हमारी क्लास है, फिर हमारी Tuesday क्लास है. Tuesday will be too soon for the test, है ना? Yes or no?
जी
तो
सर.
फ्राइडे कर लेते हैं.
सर इस अकेले का ही ले लें, बाकियों का रहने दें.
ये तो फिर और कितना का आगे करना.
सबर कर जा, पता है तुझे थोड़ा बहुत आगे है.
बेटा अगले फ्राइडे हो सकता है हॉलीडे हो बिकॉज ऑफ ईद.
सर फिर
सब
ईद
तो
के
ईद
बाद
के बाद लेना टेस्ट.
सर ईद की भी 5
अरे
छुट्टियां
practice कर
हो
लेंगे
जाते
Friday.
हैं.
ईद को फिफ्थ को हमारा, बात सुनो, 7th of August को मैं आपका टेस्ट ले रहा हूँ. प्लीज बी रेडी. मैं अभी बता रहा हूँ आपको.
ठीक है सर.
आई एम टेलिंग यू लॉट बिफोर. 7th को आई विल टेक योर टेस्ट. ठीक है, मैं
So like an
दोबारा.
online test, like
Yes, it will be online test. मैं
Like,
I will not
practical.
practical exactly, but I will not give you all the details right now. It will be online.
क्लास में बता दीजिए.
नहीं मैं एग्जाम से पहले बता दूंगा ना. डोंट वरी, इट विल बी ऑनलाइन.
वही सर आप
I will
गाइड
tell
कर
you.
देंगे.
जी,
का टेस्ट होगा.
ऑनलाइन ही होगा. डोंट वरी, ऑनलाइन ही होगा. आप सॉल्व करोगे, आप जूम पे ऑनलाइन रहोगे और आप मुझे उस वक्त आप ईमेल कर दोगे. मतलब आई विल इन्विजिलेट इट. ठीक है, मतलब यू विल बी देयर,
ठीक है सर.
you will stay there, और I will give you like 40 मिनट्स का ही बनाऊंगा मैं, बल्कि मैं 35 मिनट्स का बनाऊंगा. ठीक है, कि वो जूम बंद होकर दोबारा ऑन.
सर अब मीटिंग दोबारा ज्वाइन करनी है.
सर ये सारी चीजें होंगी, ये जो आपने
मीटिंग
सारा
दोबारा
कुछ कराया है,
ज्वाइन
ये
करनी
सारा कुछ होगा.
जी बेटा, मीटिंग एक सेकंड मैं दोबारा डिस्कस करने के लिए दोबारा ज्वाइन कर लें. ये खत्म होने लगी है. ओके, लेट्स ज्वाइन अगेन.
Okay, sir.